Okay, so hello everyone, welcome to this video. This is a practice test on basic switch management. So first I just want to apologize for the delay in getting this video out. Unfortunately, this video should have been released a few days ago and it has been delayed, so I'm really sorry about that. But I'm really excited about this practice test. I think it'll be a good test for you guys learning about MAC address tables, learning about SSH and Telnet, and just a good way for yourselves to test your understanding of these concepts. So it's quite a short one, it's 12 questions, but hopefully it gives you a good test of these concepts, and it gives you an indication of where you are at. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So firstly, question number 1, what is the default aging time for unused MAC entries in a switch? What's the default aging time for unused MAC entries in a switch? I'll give yourselves about 10 seconds. If you want to pause the video, feel free to pause the video. Take about 10 seconds and see if you know the answer. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So the answer is 300 seconds. So or 5 minutes. So in our MAC address table, MAC entries, if they're unused, then after 5 minutes they are removed from the MAC address table. They are discarded. So it's very, very important to remember that, because sometimes in an exam question, for example, you might be given a MAC table, and let's say there's 7 MAC addresses in that table, and now you need to choose one of four statements. Which one of 4 statements is correct? And one of those might say that the switch has only learned 7 MAC addresses since it's been powered on, when we can't say for sure if that's the case, because just looking at a MAC address table, you don't know if there were more entries in that have been removed since in the last 5 minutes. There could have been more entries, but because those MAC addresses weren't used, they were discarded. So without further information, we can't say categorically that there were only 7 MAC addresses learned since that switch was powered on. So the aging time is really, really important to keep in mind for exam questions like this. So without further ado, let's get into the second question now. So how does a switch learn MAC addresses? Again, I'll give yourselves about 10 seconds. Feel free to pause the video and then resume when you're ready. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So the answer is listening to incoming frames and checking the source MAC addresses. That's what this is how switches learn MAC addresses. Okay, they listen to the incoming frames, and when they receive a frame, when they receive a frame with a source MAC address that they've not already got in the MAC address table, they learn the MAC address and they store it. So without further ado, third question, how can one stop log message output from interrupting other command output? How can one stop log message output from interrupting other command output? Give yourselves about 10 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and the answer is logging synchronous. So there's a command, logging synchronous, all lowercase, sorry, that should all be lowercase, but that command can be used to basically break up our, that command is used to ensure that log messages don't just interrupt, they don't just break up our command output so that it's not even in a readable format anymore. Because you might want to view for example, you want to see the spanning tree configuration, you do show spanning tree, and then whilst you're getting the output of show spanning tree, what are you getting? You're getting ICMP log messages, and that's breaking up your spanning tree output, your show spanning tree command output. So it's very important to use things like logging synchronous to ensure that our command output is not being interrupted by log messages. Question number 4, what is the difference between radius and TACAX plus? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So the difference between these two is, and the answer is, Radius and TACACS, right? They're both used for authentication on a Cisco router, but TACACS Plus is a Cisco proprietary protocol. Radius is an open standard protocol. So that's your difference there. TACACS Plus is a Cisco proprietary. Radius is an open standard protocol. And something I really want you guys to keep in mind is that TACACS, right, and TACACS Plus, these two are different. They're not the same thing. Okay, TACACS was released in December 1984, and TACACS Plus was released in 1993. These two aren't compatible. It's not necessarily that they were released at different times, it's the fact that there's no compatibility between the two. So that's how different they are. You can think of it like, for example, OSPF version 2 and OSPF version 3, these are they're two different protocols. They're not compatible with each other. So TACACS and TACACS Plus, same thing. They're not compatible with each other. Very important to keep in mind there. Now, question number 5. What command should an engineer use connecting via console to configure the size of their history buffer? What command should an engineer use connecting via console to configure the size of their history buffer? Again, I'll give you guys 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 0. So the answer is, from line configuration mode, history size, and then insert the number of lines. History size, insert the number of lines. So very important, we do this from line configuration mode. Okay, we do it from line configuration mode. Okay, when we're configuring the size of our history buffer. So, question number 6. Tim's a network engineer at a banking firm in New York City. Now, Tim attempts to configure the telnet password of his organization's switch to NYNIX below. The next time he logs in, he realizes that the password hasn't taken effect. Why is that? So, give yourselves 10 seconds. If you want to pause the video, feel free to pause the video and resume when you're ready. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So the answer is, the password that Tim's configured is for console, not telnet. So he's configured a console password, not the telnet password. So if I get my laser out, so sorry, this right is what he should have inputted, line BTY 015. Instead, what Tim did was line console 0. He was configuring the console password, not the telnet password. He should have used this command output, this command, sorry, to configure the telnet password. Everything else was the same, but it was this bit he got wrong. So, question number 7. What protocol and port does TACACS Plus use? Pause the video, or I'll give yourselves 10 seconds. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And the answer is TCP port 49. So that is the port and the protocol that TACACS Plus uses. TCP port 49. Very important to make a note of that. Okay, question number 8. True or false? SSH uses symmetrical encryption. Pause the video, or I'll give yourselves 10 seconds to have a think. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So the answer is false, okay? It's false. SSH uses asymmetrical encryption. This means that the same key is used to encrypt, is also used to de-encrypt. Okay, so that is asymmetrical encryption. Asymmetrical encryption. So let's get into the next slide. What is the address that an ARP request uses? What's the address that an ARP request uses? Okay, I'll give yourselves 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And the answer is, the ARP request uses this address, FFFF:/FFFF. Excuse me, sorry. FFFF colon FFFF colon FFFF. So it's all Fs, and that is the address that an ARP request would use. It's a broadcast message. It's gone out to all frames except for the incoming arrival port. Okay. Next question. Sorry, I did accidentally reveal the answer, but nevertheless, let's have a think about this. What command is used to encrypt clear text passwords in iOS? Okay, give yourselves 10 seconds. Okay, I'm sorry, I did spoil this one by accident, but the answer is service password encryption. So service password encryption is what we used for encrypting our clear text passwords. Very, very important. Service password encryption. So I'm sorry that I did reveal that by accident. That was a mistake. I'm sorry about that. Question number 11. If an enabled password and an enabled secret password have been configured, what does iOS do? If enabled password and enabled secret password have been configured, both been configured, what does iOS do? Excuse me. What does iOS do? So, okay, I'll give yourselves 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So, only the enabled secret password takes effect. If you have an enabled password and an enabled secret password, both configured on a switch, only the enabled secret password will take effect. And lastly, what hash algorithm does enabled secret use? Okay, I'll give yourselves about 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So the answer is message digest 5, MD5. That is the hash algorithm that is used by enable secret. So that brings me to the end of this short practice test. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. So if this video helped you, please like, share and subscribe. It does help me out and I really appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.